Good morning and welcome to Swahili 101, if you will. We will be reading from the book Simplified Swahili by Peter M. Wilson. And what we're going to do in this series of videos is I'll be reading from each chapter in order to help you with pronunciation, and then I'll point out some matters of grammar as we go through the chapters. And so you will need to review them a couple or three times if possible, and more if possible. The more you review the better. So listen carefully as I pronounce the word, and then you should be reading along in your book and reading the word after me, looking at the word, reading it out loud, and practicing how it sounds. So that's the point of these exercises or these videos. So Peter M. Wilson, Simplified Swahili. We'll begin with Chapter 2. So you can pause the video and open your book to Chapter 2. We'll be on page 4, and I will be reading from the mid part of the page where we work on the greetings, Swahili greetings, which, as you know, are very important. So with the mid part of the page there, the first word is hujambo, hujambo, which is how you would greet one person. The reply is sijambo. So the greeting would be hujambo, sijambo. If you're greeting more than one person, in the next line down, you change it to the plural, so it becomes hamjambo, hatujambo. Hamjambo, hatujambo. So as you're greeting folks, that's the best way to do that. Now, the next part of the greeting process, which in Africa is very important, you want to greet people well and thoroughly. So you ask what their news is, and so the word for news is habari, and you can ask the news of many different things. So as we can see there in the next section of wording, if you say habari ya, you're asking about something specific. Habari za is kind of a general, what's the general news about just everything. So, at the very bottom of the page, reading those two lines, habari ya nyumbani, habari za siku nyingi. Habari ya nyumbani, habari za siku nyingi. Top of the next page, page 5, habari za watoto, habari za watoto. Habari ya safari, habari ya safari. Habari ya kazi, habari ya kazi, and many others. The reply to habari ya jamaa or habari ya kazi would be nzuri, nzuri, meaning good or fine, nzuri, as you can see there on the page. We will skip the Arabic greetings since you're probably not going to be using them very much. Let's drop down to the mid part of page 5, where it starts other conversational gambits are, and these would be some common greetings that you could use. The first one is uhaligani, uhaligani. The you there is the meaning you, singular. So uhaligani, how are you, or what is your condition? Mzima, mzima, mzima meaning whole or well, the you being you, singular, or you, well. Habari gani, habari gani. Gani is a word meaning what kind of, so what kind of news do you have? The reply, nzuri. Umelalaje, umelalaje. How have you slept? The verb for to sleep is kulala, kulala, and so you are putting the prefix you, second person singular, you on the front of that, and we'll learn how to put that together later in the course. But for now, umelalaje, how have you slept? And the response could be salama, salama, I slept well. Asante is thank you, asante, thank you. Now to say goodbye, you say kwaheri to one person, kwaheri, that is meaning go with blessing. And then to say it to several people, to say goodbye to several people, you would say kwaherini, kwaherini. You add an ni on the end of it, Kwaherini. And then dropping down to the very last paragraph where the word says Hodi, H-O-D-I, Hodi. Hodi is a greeting that you would pronounce as you're coming toward a house or a building or a group of people. Hodi, meaning I'm here, I'm here. Their response would be Karibu, Karibu, or perhaps Ngoja, meaning to wait. Perhaps they're doing something that needs you to wait outside. So Hodi, Karibu, Hodi, Ngoja, at which time you would wait. Then the final word there on page 6 is the word Pole, Pole, meaning sorry, condolences. It's something you express when someone is sick or having a problem or have had some trouble. You say Pole, Pole, and they would respond Asante, or if they're getting well, Nimekwisha Poa, but Asante will do the job. Pole, Asante is how you would respond to that. So that's chapter 2. Listen to this video 2 or 3 times, reading the book as you go, reading the words out loud in response, so that you can begin to understand and memorize these words. You'll be using these a lot. Kwaheri.